Hey guys, I know this is a really impromptu stream, but welcome to Sword of Justice. I am thrilled that this game is finally released globally. It doesn't technically release until tomorrow. Tomorrow and like 5 hours from now-ish, kind of. So this is just going to be an episode for character creator because they have allowed us to pre-download the game and get a character created and out of the way, since it's quite a time-consuming process. So to explain this game, many years ago, I don't even remember when I first played it, 6 years ago, 7, I'm quite sure, there was a Chinese MMO called Justice Online. It was only available in Chinese, it was not available in English or any other language, and I really wanted to play it, so I made the most of it. I had an old phone mounted on a car mount stuck to a hardcover book, so it permanently sat at the bottom of my screen, and it would just constantly try to translate the dialogue for me in the cutscenes. And I just take the phone out and hold up to certain parts of the screen if I needed an English translation of instructions and stuff like that, and like menus. And so for quite some time, I think I got something like 66 episodes out of Justice Online. I made the most of it. I figured out how my class worked for the most part. I'm pretty sure it was pretty functional. And I understood most of the story. Google Translate, it must be said, left a lot to be desired back in the day. It's come a long way since then, but so I don't know that I understood everything that was going on. I don't know that I 100% understood my character, and I definitely didn't understand all the things in the game. There's just so much Chinese in all the menus, and this game has so many subsystems. Like, I was 66 episodes in and I was just getting into like a whole meridian system which gave like your character like passive buffs. Like, it's just, this is a massive game. In saying that, hey guys and welcome. In saying that though, this game has changed a lot since I last played it because so many years have passed. It has developed and shifted in all that time. It's expanded. So while parts of this game are going to be vividly familiar, there's going to be a lot of components that are slightly different. I'm going to be like, oh, that's new, or I don't remember that, going through it. So I'm still so stoked. I absolutely loved Justice Online. I freaking loved it, and we just kept begging for it to come to the global audience, or at least be released, with English subtitles or something like that, and it just never did. So I'm just so beyond thrilled to actually finally be able to play it in English. So it has a name change. It's no longer Justice Online. It's Sword of Justice. Ugh, whatever. It is what it is. Yes, this loading screen is pixelated. That's pretty typical for Asian MMOs. Black Desert Online was the same. Your opening screen was a bit pixelated. I can't at this point in time change my graphics settings. I've already created a character, but she looked kind of wonky. She looked fine in character creation, but the minute they put her in a cutscene, she looked weird. And that's a problem I have a lot of games. I make characters that look fine static, and the minute you put them into an environment, they look kind of dumb. So I thought, you know what? This is actually such a very in-depth character creator. I might just stream this for you. I wasn't going to, because it takes me so fucking long to make a character. We all know this. It takes me so freaking long to make a character. So I was just going to do it today off screen and then just get straight into the game tomorrow because I'm so excited to just get into the game. But then, yeah, seeing my character look like absolute trash when I actually got into the game. It just gives you a quick cutscene. It's not the actual game. So I thought, maybe, you know what, let's just stream and let's see if we can make a character that doesn't look stupid in the cutscenes and go from there. I was going to play the game but did not have the space for it. That's so sad. It's such a good game and it's free. Well, hopefully you can live, vicariously through my experience here, because I'm going to be playing the absolute shit out of this game. Yes, Where Winds Meet does come out next week, and yes, I'm going to be playing it as well. As I said, it is Chinese MMO month. It's going to be intense. But I'm going to just play this game for the freaking to the end of the storyline, however many hours it's going to take. It was so good. So anyway, now that you're all here, you're going to help me make a not very unattractive character. So, I unfortunately don't get the pick of the Southeastern Asian server, which is what I was counting on because we were going to reforge our old guild from the Chinese version of the game. We had a guild called Fried Egg Rice, which was kind of cute, and we would do some guild activities together and do some like raids and stuff like that. Worlds of Wuxia Month, there we go, it's got an official name, guys. Actually, is this? Yeah, no, I suppose this is Wuxia. I was going to say it's bordering on Shanta, but it doesn't actually have any otherworldly stuff if memory serves. It's all this worldly. So yeah, Wuxia. Yeah, so we were going to reform our guild and like play together, but for whatever reason, The game picks and chooses what servers it offers to you. I only get offered America and Europe. I'm sorry, how fucking far away is the USA and Europe to me? I'm in Australia. I need to be on a Southeast Asian server to get my ping lowered. Instead, I've got to play with a 300 plus ping, so this is going to be fucked in the extreme. Last time I played this, I did use a ping booster, but it was free. I don't think they're free anymore, and I don't think UU Booster will work the same way it used to because it's a global release of the game. I don't know, maybe I should try. That's a problem for later. But anyway, so it's going to be a very clunky game for me because the ping's just astronomical. I'm not going to be able to play with any of my guild friends, which kind of depresses me. So this is the girl I had made, Xia Yanting. You can't use Chinese characters. You literally have to use English letters, which kind of sucked. So that's what she looks like, which is, it's kind of fine static, not so fine moving. So let's just go in and make a new character so I can actually show you what this character creation looks like. And you get like the beginning of this game. Sink into the no, break free from the nightmare. I don't even remember this from the first attempt I played at this game. I'm going to have to rewatch my first episode. This part I remember though. And see what I mean by the graphics? I haven't had a chance to fix the graphics. We're stuck here until I get into the actual game proper. And the graphics do look dated, which I was dreading. It looked amazing back in the day, and now it's like, 8 years later.
你长大了，为师便告诉你。
那等我长大，也可以学武吗？像问州师兄和雪清师姐那样。
傻孩子，你自幼心脉受损，并不适宜练武。
Plead with master, as opposed to train secretly. Oh, look at those eyes. You can't say no to those eyes, Shifu.
不过这些年，为师给你传功续脉，打下了不薄的根基。
那，
今日便授你武艺吧。当世武学灿若星辰。 你必须子师祖当年博采众长，故而自在门中也留下了各派的秘籍精要。你最想了解哪个流派
So, they have given odd names to the classes in this game. I'm not gonna lie, they are kind of freaking weird. But they are the same classes from the original game. So, your first option is Nightwaker. He speaks in Chinese. There's no subtitles. I have no idea what he's saying. So the Nightwaker is just your blade character. She's just a swords master. Dream Shatterer. So she is primarily... Oh, bro, it is hard to talk over you. I'm not gonna lie. Just also volume control, guys. If the music is ever too loud, I mean, I can't balance the volume at present, but I can at least just generically turn it down for you for the moment. So blade users are full DPS and mobility. They are not what you want for support or range or defense. So if that's the kind of character you're looking for, this is not the one for you. So that is the Nightwaker. We have Ironclad.
擅长近身作战，以铁拳套为武器，无坚不摧，攻守兼备。不怒则已，一怒则群雄惧，天下惊。
Okay, as you can see, this is a gauntlet. It's a melee class. And it is primarily a defensive class with a bit of support and a bit of DPS. It's particularly easy comparatively to use, 0 range obviously as a melee class. Then we have the Bloodstrom.
血河，擅长近身作战，以长枪为武器，刺挑配合，出招变化无穷。所谓骁勇堪冠九州之土，一枪可当100万雄师。
Now, this is your spear polearm class. I mean, I'm kind of getting drunken master vibes from the alcohol, just arbitrarily on the scene, but I don't think it's part of the class. I never played the polearm, so I'm not too sure. I've only played the bottom 3 before, so I'm not too sure about that one. Moderate difficulty, very defensive, DPS, and quite a bit of mobility, but again, not ranger support. Now, this is a class I mained when I played Justice Online back in the day, and yes, it is the class I will be playing now because I want to learn how to play it 100% correctly. And it's the Celestine.
弹指间是琴声悠扬，也是杀机暗藏。死生阴阳，存乎一念。
This is the Zither and Sword class. So she is the elemental of the group. She uses fire and, oh shit, I want to say wind as her 2 elements, and you've got to like alternate between them and doing things, and you get like tornadoes and stuff if memory serves. God, this has taken me so many years back. So I wanted to play this class. This is obviously not as I knew it back in the day, but it'll be the same thing. So it is a DPS class. It is the most awesome ranged class that we have, full of mobility, but she's not support, she's not squishy, and she's not too difficult to learn. This is what we will be playing, but I'll show you the other classes. Sylph is your healer class.
素问，擅长远程治疗，以绸带为武器，以柔克刚。出招时彩蝶环绕，草木回春，重伤之人亦可痊愈如初。
Now, I'm trying to remember how she works. Whether she uses the ribbon. Yep, there we go. I thought she used like cloth or material of some kind. Yeah, she uses her ribbon. She is full support class. As I said, she's typically the healing class that you would use. And she's very defensive and ranged. So she's magic attacks from a distance and using her ribbons to attack from a distance. We have a little creature here, but I don't think she's a summoner because as far as I knew, Numina is the summoner class.
90，擅长远程作战，以魂灯为武器。 心其念动，可驱策要人上阵杀敌，而自己兵不血刃。
You summon a lot of these little dolls, and they do the attacking for you. And I think you can summon people? Question mark? Oh, just too many years, guys. I apologize. I probably should have rewatched some of my episodes, but I didn't want to spoil the game for myself. You know, I wanted it to kind of feel new again. So I don't fully remember. She's a fully summoning class, an illusory dreamcaller togsling, because that's a useful word. Moderate difficulty, full DPS. She's actually got quite a bit of range and support, but not the class for me. So let's go back to Celestine. We're going to go female, and we're going to go in. Okay, so here we come to character creator. This, I don't remember what character creator used to be like back in the day, but this seems a lot more involved than it used to be. Let me just say, there is so many steps to this. You can just, wow, what you can do is amazing. I will take you through it step by step, and hopefully we can find a character that I can tolerate looking at. So, presets. These are your base presets. Ignore the outfits. That's just aesthetic from this particular screen. These will be cosmetics you can get in the game by spending a shit ton of money, but the cosmetics are like the best part of this game. You can get hair, facial accessories, actual accessories, outfits. It's just, there is so much cosmetics in this game and they are amazing. I spent so much money in Justice Online. I'm not really going for the 1920s flapper vibe. So all the voicing is still in Chinese, but everything else is translated. That's correct. Yeah, don't like that at all. But we're looking just at like the presets, because these are the features you'll base your character off as presets. I really like this one. I like the little fox, the huli. It's very cute. But anyway, we're going to destroy it by going into the next screen. Into this screen. We're going to change what this looks like anyway, but I'm just showing you what the presets look like. Okay, so if we go into here, the first time I experienced this, was it in Dragon Age Vanguard? I don't recall. I'd never really had this before, where you have sliders for youthful, gentle, valiant, and ethereal, and you just kind of move it and it changes the shape wherever you leave it. So that's one way you can change your character from a space character. Another way is that you can take a photo of yourself. Me, Caucasian, it's not going to work for me. It's going to look just weird. So then we have this other field that I don't remember existing, so I feel like this is new. You can enter text and have it generate a face based on the words you use, which I think is quite a nice, unique way of doing things. So other players are searching for valiant, first love, tiny lips, beauty beyond compare. When I did this earlier, people were looking up cold and ice cold beauty and stuff like that. So you pretty much just put words in and it tries to generate based on what you say. So if I were to say like proud warrior or something like that, it will generate a face and give me something what it thinks based on what I say. Well, I mean, whether the input you would agree with or not, it's giving us a face, which is kind of the point. And we can still finesse the face later on, but you kind of want to make sure you're okay with the base to work off, and go from there. So always go specify beautiful, otherwise you get some really wonky characters. What did I use last time? Elegant also gives you interesting results. Fragile and gentle give you really soft looking characters. So like this would be a great base for me. I find her lips to be a bit steep, but this is kind of the same general look I get from using elegant. Yeah, I'm happy to use any words that you guys suggest. We're here together to try and make something palatable. So if you guys have some words that you'd like me to try and search up and have a look at, we can still finesse all the features and all the makeup. Makeup's one of the most important things here. It completely changes the face. Actually, let me go back to, that's fine. Let me go back to the base character because she's wearing the least amount of makeup. And then we can go from there. It's more natural looking makeup. So, any words? Terminator face. I don't think that's going to get us anything at all. I don't think it's going to even recognize the word Terminator. That's an interesting face. Shadowed. You wanted to try shadowed, or are you just saying it is shadowed? That is horrific. See, you do get some abominations, so you've got to watch what you're picking. Goddess. Ooh, I didn't even think about that one. That's a good idea. Let's see what we go with. Oh, her head's massive. And her features are so squished. Oh, we can just regenerate if we want. Or we can throw in like extra descriptor words. I feel like she's got a bit of extra face here, but that's fine. She's got purple eyes. Very Yennefer of her. And then we have back to this kind of looking face. So, yeah, I might just proceed with that. Her eyes are going to change. Don't worry about that. We're not having laser blue eyes. It's kind of unpleasant. And, you know, the lip makeup we can change and all of that. Joker. Ooh, it's going to be an interesting result. Got to remember, the game only has so many parameters that it can use. It can't change what it is. It's going to have basic features that it works off. Well, that's an interesting one. Good lord. Oh, wow. I'm scared. Her eyes look so weird. Okay. Fairy Princess. Let's see what we get from there. Again, ignore the makeup. The makeup will come off. So like the dots and the, what do they call it? Huadian, I think. Ignore that. So base features, I can work with that. Her nose is a bit narrow, but I can work with that. Let's just give it a shot. So anyway, you'd hit apply. It's just going to say it's going to override what you've just done. Apply, did you apply? I said don't do this again. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to go back into this top one. So from this face, as I said, we can shift it. So just to show you the shift, if you go youthful, the eyes get bigger and drop lower and her mouth gets higher. I'm not quite sure why that's a thing. I get the eyes. I don't really get the nose and the mouth, but that's okay. So gentle, things tend to change shape. Her ears go backwards, her eyes come down, and then this all gets very loop loop. I don't have a word for that. Valiant, we get quite strong featured. The brows come down. She's less smiley, and I guess the face kind of tilts forward in a way. So that's a very serious look. I just know people will take advantage of this 100%. And then ethereal is quite sweet. And can't be honest, that's kind of more what I drift towards, ethereal. But for argument's sake, let's try and go somewhere in between the two of these. I mean, these don't go together. Ethereal and Valiant are two very different types. But let's see what we can do. We can do a strong ethereal, perhaps. Again, let me know if this music is too loud. I've got it turned right down, so I'm very concerned that it might be loud for you guys. Just shout out if it is. So yeah, let's just see if we can work with this. We'll see what we can do. So apply. Sorry, I also should point out this also works for the full body. It's hard to see in her current outfit, sorry. We just got to make do for the moment. But you can also go for youthful, which is just quite short and skinny. Slim, also short and skinny, but in a different way. I don't know why she goes taller in between the two options. Then we have tall, which is just really tall and lanky. And then we have plump, which quite honestly isn't very plump. it got wider, but it's hard to see in this outfit, but I did it before. I made my character, quotation marks, plump, and she just looked normal. So I'm just going to leave that as that and show you what it looks like once I've gotten rid of this outfit. Actually, let me get rid of it now. And then go into full body. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, she gets a chest, but to be honest, you actually can't make that very low. I'll show you how small it gets, which is what I did to my previous character, but you can't make it small. And you can't make it very much larger than that either. There's not much room for wiggle room, so to speak, in here. Sound is perfect? Okay, I'll take your word for it. She got a bit of hip here and her thighs got slightly wider. That's about the most changes that come from the plump. At the moment, if I just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, she just gets shorter and slightly wider. I'm just going to leave it as it is, though I probably will broaden her shoulders just to match. So, moving in. Plump in Asian culture is generally quite normal in Western culture. That's true. That's actually a very good point. You can, alternatively, from these presets, you can actually choose from these presets. And they have some interesting ones, very different styles going through here, very traditional sort of features, and then you've got some other types of features, and then you can go like full purple eyes if you want to. Like, there's something for everybody here, but I think this process is a little more organic and I prefer it. And then again, you can pick your body type. We will proceed. So next, first thing I'm going to do is just rip off her makeup, just so you can see. Actually, I can't take her makeup off, I don't think. You see nothing. Don't look. You see nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing to see here. You see nothing. We'll get here in a sec. I'm going to leave her eyelashes on for argument's sake. So, back to the beginning. This is where we can do the more finessing, if you will, of her features. I destroy characters. We all know this. I'm not good at it. So you have like general areas where you can do her forehead. So we're doing sort of the area that it's just highlighted, and this is a really weird radial dial. I find it quite odd, and you can't see anything moving just because of it's the head. You can't really see it moving, but you go up to 100 and down to 0. So that's currently width. So we would have been broadening the forehead. She's got a fringe. You can't see shit. But then you got like the height and then the depth of all this area that you'll be changing. And there. If you are better at character creator, you can full on, BDO it. This is what we had on Black Desert Online. Like you could just click on all these subtle points and maneuver it. I'm not good at it. We're staying on simple. In fact, I won't be touching much of her because I'm going to just destroy her. So you can change like the brow positions, the slant and whatnot, size of them, length. Like there's quite a lot you can do with it. I'm just too scared to touch anything. I'm just going to make her eyes a little more open. Is the only thing I'm going to do. Oops, the other way. Holy shit, it's so quick. And I have to keep scrolling out because she's way too scrolled in. Yeah, cool, that looks fine to me. Her eyes look kind of large, but it's fine. We'll roll with that. And her nose looks fine. Her lips look fine. They're soft. She's not permanently like mega smiling. My first attempt, and I was going through some presets and some characters, she was like uber smiling. It was terrifying. Very terrifying, yes. And so, yeah, there's lots of things you can do right down to the ears. So much detail. I love it. This is what you can expect in Asian MMOs. It's brilliant. So again, in lips and whatnot, you can shift the whole thing up and down. You can go like depth this way, and then the shape itself. So we're going 50. So you can have it more down facing, you have more up facing, just whatever strikes your fancy. 50's great. 50's right where it is. And then scale, so you can make it wider, you can make the lips thicker, and then you can make the mouth as a whole larger and smaller. Just to give you examples. And then thickness. And then size. Really small, really big. So they're really subtle changes, but they can really change the shape of the face, honestly. So that is going to be her face shape. As I said, I'm not touching it beyond the eyes because I will mess things up. I just go straight to makeup. Now, this is the biggest problem I had. You have your option of daily or traditional makeup. I love the traditional makeup. I would like to go with lots of these options. The downside is I'm trying to be forward thinking. I'm trying to think of, I know I'm going to buy cosmetics with the money I don't have because the cosmetics are beautiful in this game. So I need a base face palette to work off that will work with any color and design I pick in cosmetics. I can't remember if you can freely change your character's face and her hairstyle. I genuinely don't remember. I'm sure you can, but I'm also concerned that maybe you can't. So I lean more towards giving her natural makeup so that it's more universal and you can purchase more makeup later on and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I went previously, and I tried to tone down the intensity of her makeup, and yet when I got into the cutscene it's like really dark and I'm like, oh shit, that's not what I wanted. So I am torn between the two. The traditional is much prettier. I will show you our options here as the preset. I always just spam the randomize button in these kinds of games. I always get frustrated at one point because it's never turning out the way I want. Yeah, randomize is never your friend. If you're better off just going with presets, quite honestly, if that's how you attack it. So I don't like the heart at all, and I love the glittery makeup. Like, it's so pretty, but I just don't find it very universal for costumes and stuff. So that's probably similar to what I chose the first time around, that or this one here, the first time I played the game. And see, that's really cute. It's soft, it's gentle. I want to go with soft and gentle purely because cosmetics. I'm afraid, guys. Actually, I lied. That's probably what I went with last time. So traditional, it's really dark and gorgeous. I love it all. It's that. There's that one, which looks nice with the lighter color eyes. The bluish grey and the pink go together. Really lovely. I love it. Then we have this one. Her eyes are beautiful. This one, her eyes are still beautiful. And this is the one I started working off and then abandoned it in favor of more natural makeup because I just was like, it's just so heavy. She's gorgeous, absolutely drop dead stunning. But is that what I want to look like in a game? This is a martial game at the end of the day. Yeah. It's hard to balance pretty versus practical inside a game, inside cutscenes, where it's like your glam game probably isn't going to work in a lot of these cutscenes. Yeah, but the eyes are so gorgeous. I love it. After the stream, I might actually watch your Justice Online playthrough. Just keep in mind it's janky because I have to pause to translate things because, again, Google Translate was very slow back in the day. It didn't do multi-line translations, so it only translated individual lines, so the translations are a bit off. And also, it would have been a different mic, so the sound quality is not going to be fantastic. But yeah, go for it. I absolutely love the game. Otherwise, you can check in tomorrow when the game actually comes out, and you can stick with me for this new playthrough. I'm not sure which way you guys are leaning, but I think I will go with just daily makeup for the reasons I specified. If you guys really love one of these more heavy makeups with the traditional, I can easily be swayed, but I feel like this is the better way to go all around. I just don't know which one to start with. Compare this to a Western character creator, right? That's what I mean. Black Desert Online was my first major MMO. Actually, it was my first MMO at all, I believe, because I was so staunchly against MMOs for 10 years of my life. But the character creator in that is one of the best character creators ever in the industry, still to this day. So to have started with that, it kind of set the bar really high for MMOs. And so it's nice to see that all the Asian games still have the bar set high. Just the Asian games just really don't. Hey, Yugi! Yeah, my day's fine. We're just impromptually, spontaneously doing character creator for the game that comes out tomorrow. So is this game the same story or completely new? As far as I'm aware, it's same story. So we will start in the same main city and work our way through the plot. We're going to meet some dude with a green robe. Do I remember his name? Not even remotely. And go through a lot of plot with him in the main city. And then we're going to move to the desert area, and that's as far as I got previously. There was a big massive fort there, and we did a lot of quests there in the desert area. So there is so much to this game. I just can't begin to explain how big the different parts of this game is. So it's going to take a long time to get through. So anyway, I'm not quite sure what I want to do makeup-wise. Always happy to see you checking out new games. Thanks, Yugi. I'm in my happy space this month, despite the fact that it's fucked IRL because it's retail and Black Friday month and I want to just nod. But we're going to be here just playing tranquil MMOs. It's going to be a new game, new to the global market, shall we say. What are we going with? Don't worry about the eye colors, that can be fixed later. Probably going to go with that. That looks universally fine. We're going to go with just universally fine. Is this a gacha game? Absolutely hell no. It is just an MMO. It is free. The only way this company, NetEase, is making money off you is through the cosmetics. And that's a fantastic model because this game has the best cosmetics I've seen in any game in my entire life. And of course they're going to make a bunch of money off it because why wouldn't you buy that shit? It looks amazing. So good. I could never figure out how to unlock the blonde hair though. You can't just buy it. You had to have an item and I could never figure out how to get it. But the blonde hair looks great in this game as well. So many cosmetics. So no, this is just an MMO. Standard MMO, level up your character, go through the story, do the bajillion and one different side quests inside systems in the game. It is a game that gears itself to all kinds of players. You can be a casual player and just drift through the story, occasionally, you know, the multiplayer content, and just cruise along at your own pace. You can be a PvPer, invested heavily in that kind of system. Like, this game really does cater to everybody more so than the average MMO. I wish more games went the cosmetic route. Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. Okay, I'm sitting here for a long time. Let's just go with this. Yep. So her eyebrows are fine. You do have multiple options. The most interesting one I found was this one. Oh, you can't see it because of her fringe, but it goes up, which is what that bottom preset on traditional had. So there are options. You can go through them all. I'm kind of inclined to leave it as is. As I said, I'm just trying to go with a really basic looking character because cosmetics will be a thing in my life and I want it all to match. Yeah. So eye color, eye style, etc., etc. We have base pupils and then we have the sparkle on top of it, which is just, as you can see, it's the reflection here that goes on top of the eyes. For example, you can see the two dots here, the little sparkles. It looks very unnatural. But just to show you the example of how this does affect the light on the eye, which is completely and utterly subtle and pretty much no one's ever going to notice it. But, you know, it's a cool touch. I like it. What was I on, by the way? Was I on that? No, whatever, I'm just going to leave it on that. The only MMO I've played is BDO. Is this similar game style? Yes. I would like to say yes. It's the same sort of action RPG combat style. Yes. It's been a long time since I played BDO. But yes. I think the original version of this game was quite pay to win actually, but they changed it. I never found any pay to win elements to it, but again, it was in Chinese. I didn't really understand it, and I only ever found the cosmetics as payable things. Unless there was some bundles that you could, I don't remember wholly, but I only really did cosmetics because I didn't understand it all. So pupils, we are on the first one, probably going to stay there to be honest. That looks, because these just look super unnatural. Which is great if you go, oh that's gorgeous, you're going the cosmetic route, but I kind of want my character to just look normal. I want her to blend in with the scenery. I don't necessarily want her to stand out until I start paying for cosmetics. I really like that. That one's pretty. It's like a flower. Whew, she is happy to see you. Ooh, I like that light-colored ring. That's pretty. Ooh, it stands out a lot though. So you've got to be cautious. It's nice to pick things up close, but you've got to think about how your character looks from behind. Pay to win really only matters if you PvP anyway. Agreed. I don't PvP, so I don't really care if a game is pay to win. It's not really something that affects me. Constellation ice. Oh, it's so pretty. Absolutely not. Hearts, no. Cat's eye, no. Spiderwebs, no. I don't even know what that's meant to be, but it's nice. Wow. So there is so much customization. Like, look at it all. You can just make your favorite character, honestly. Oh, it's pretty. I'm different from your average person, and that I just want my character to look normal. But a lot of the it's so gorgeous. A lot of the cosmetics that you would see characters using in the original game, they have so many out there characters. They look phenomenal. I mean, I wouldn't walk around like that, but everyone else does. It's so much cool shit. You know what? I'm tempted. I am very tempted to go that way. It's just enough natural for me to be able to pass it off. It's just close enough. Oh, the color would be beautiful if it had just a normal sized pupil. So would that if it had a normal sized pupil? I mean, it's a bit brown for my liking. What have you got? Oh, it's just a sclare. Sclare. I do not know how to pronounce that name. Yeah. I mean, this one's browner than this one. That could just be the way the light's shining. Ah, I kind of like that. I was just going to go brown-eyed, like a normal person who is Asian. But I really like that. I'm not going to touch any of that. It's not going to end well for me. Yeah, let's leave that one on. So that's eyeballs, and now we come into the most time-consuming part of my day, which is the eye makeup. In fact, it's probably not going to be too time-consuming in the fact that I'm probably just going to leave it as is, but I will show you guys how it all works. So we are breaking the eye makeup into eyeshadow, eyelashes, eyeliner, and eye shape. They're all as important as each other. Now, contrary to what I would normally do, just to go in order, I'm actually going to start with eyeliner because you can't see a lot of the eyeliner once you put the eyeshadow on. So it probably doesn't even matter that much, eyeliner, but I kind of want to see what they all look like without the eyeshadow. So we're on the bottom, okay. So let's go down to eyeliner. Look at how many choices there are. There's so much in this game. So, okay, the hair's coming here, but we can pretty much see her left eye. Her right eye on our left. You knew what I meant. So that one's lovely, actually, once you remove the eyeshadow. The problem is you need eyeshadow to make it all blend. God, her eyes look massive. Maybe I need to make her eyes look smaller. Cool name for a game? Yes, Sword of Justice. It's just hard to get behind the name because I'm really used to Justice Online, which technically is not even remotely a translation from its Chinese name. Google kept telling me that its translation was Treacherous Waters from whatever its Chinese name was, so I'm not quite sure how we got here, but we're here nonetheless. Oh, sorry, I can turn her off so she's not looking at me, so we can kind of get a vibe for the side of her eyes. There's just so many options. There's something for everyone, which is what I love. You can create whatever kind of character you want within the parameters of Asian-looking characters. It's just so nice. I do quite like that. It really lifts her face. But, like I said, it's very heavy. You can dumb down the intensity, so we can just have it like super gentle. And you can also change the color and whatnot. There's just so much customization in this. It's great. Ooh, that's soft. And that would probably go with eyeshadow quite nicely. What is the difference? Ah, your waterline has a bit of eyeliner on it. I see. Oh, I love winged liner. It really lifts the face. See, there's so many eyeliners I would really love for her to wear, but I'm conscious again of being versatile. Oh, I like the white eyelashes. Tempted to go with it before. Same as that. Very tempted to go with it. But what was it on? It was on one of these. I don't know which one it was on. That's too heavy for it to be that one. Let's stay with that. Okay, we'll go to eyelashes next. Again, a lot of options to be had, and we can further customize. So, these ones... Oh, it's a bit hard to see, actually, with the current angle it is on. But they have quite a shadow, which looks kind of weird. That one's quite cute. I like that. I like all these options, let's be real. And it's funny how such a simple thing as eyelashes can completely change your look as well. It's such a basic thing. And you're just like, you'll never make a difference. But no, they very much do make a difference. And when you zoom out, like, that is such a different look from, say, that. It's subtle, but it's such a different look. I don't know how many close-up cutscenes we have, to be honest. I don't remember at all. Okay, I don't like that one. Ooh, that's a very subtle look. I don't actually know what we were on. Whoops, I should have looked at that before we started. I like this option, but I am worried that it looks a bit dark. And we haven't even put eyeshadow on her, remember? Maybe we should go with something. No, not that. It's a bit bottom heavy. Can I get something a little more top heavy? Sounds a bit weird when I say it like that. But anyway, slender is the thickness of it all. Like the individual strands. So that this quite thin and then that's thicker. Pretty much, it just looks like you're putting mascara on her, essentially. So I don't really want to be 100, something there-ish. Thickness is pretty much what you would expect. We're getting real dark and real thick. Same effect, but achieved with a different setting. And then curl, I'm going to try and put her on an angle so you can see the lash effect here. So going down to 0 is super up, and then going down is going to be super straight out. So it just depends on how you want her to look from the front and the side. I like it to be pretty uplifted. That looks pretty nice to me. Again, we don't have any eyeshadow on. This may all change. You do, of course, have eye shape. If you aren't happy with the design you've made with her eyes, you can just override it with the makeup on the eye shape. Actually, let's just push on it. Because all of this can sort of change the way the eyes look. So even that, boom, putting a bit of shadowing down here completely changes the way her eyes look. Again, shadowing up the top completely changes it, makes it more like Western. That's made it a monolid. That's giving us some shadowy depth. That's just normal. And actually uplifting by having the lid there. And then this is pulling it down to the front with the lightness in the front. So there are ways to customize further just with base makeup alone to change the way their face looks. But here we come into eyeshadow. We can be here a while. Again, I'll remind you, colors can be changed and intensity can be changed. But it's showing you just where the base makeup is going to sit. So this one here has a bit of shiny, has shiny here, and then there's a bit of metallic up the top. So that includes the waterline here by the looks of it. It looks nice and natural. Oh, that's quite nice-ish. Oh, I like that one. What's that fourth on the top? I mean, we all know I like that one. It's just not what I'm gonna pick. It's gorgeous. Look at it. It's so pretty. Maybe I need to go against my own rules and make her not look natural. It's just so pretty. It's gorgeous. I'm sorry, I need water. And then if you want a more uplifted smoky look, options are there. Just depends on what look you're going for, how it interacts with your base eye. So if you do have a monolid character, if you've used the eye shape and your like stylings to give her a monolid, some of these will look different depending on the monolid as opposed to a dual lid or whatever situation we've got going on here. So all of this will interact differently depending on what your base eye looks like. I really like that as well. I don't even know what that is. It's a nice smoky look. Again, remember we can change colors. Yes, I know intensity can be changed. Ooh, that's natural. I thought it was shiny. Not shiny. But that is a shiny line out there. It's so pretty. Does anyone ever really look natural in wuxia? It depends on your context. If you're talking about wuxia dramas, yes. Wuxia games, no. I mean, the NPCs do. The PCs, no. They never do. They look elaborate as fuck. Because you get these options, and of course people are going to choose the pretty flamboyant options. But, you know, I don't have to be like everybody else. That gives her extra eyeliner. Ooh, only on 80% intensity with that one. I said I like number 4. I still kind of like number 4. I'm going to stay on number 4. I haven't really changed the colors. Oh my gosh. Glitter. Where'd it put the glitter? Oh, up top. Oh, I see. Interesting. Wow. So the shape changes, but you just can't tell because it's so tiny. Wow. And this is the glitter color. Oh my god. Wow. That's so pretty. What are our options here? Range and shimmer. Ah, that's pretty too. Just turns the bottom into a shimmer. It's so subtle, but I love it. Should I leave that on? Should I leave the shimmer on? Real question. Totally the most important part of our day. Should I leave the shimmer on? Density. Ah, I see. Go back to whatever it was on. I don't want to wreck that. This delay is absolutely killing me. Waiting for responses. Okay, there we go. Yes, we're leaving it on. Beautiful. Moving on to lips. Again, there are so many options, which again can change intensity, but this adds the option of gloss, and then you can go back into colors there. Did you hear the new Dispatch episodes came out? Also, skin customization really is amazing. Yes. Yes to customization being amazing. It is phenomenal. And yes, I will be playing Dispatch hopefully sometime today. Oh, the shimmer! Okay, we're on Team Shimmer. Alrighty. So, with a lot of Asian lipstick, you will find it leans more towards this type. It's heavier in the middle and then it sort of fades out and tends to be more matte. But we do have extra options here with different darknesses and different shapes because this is, of course, a wuxia fantasy game. So we're going to have all kinds. But you will find that wherever it was, this is more your realistic option for a Chinese or Korean game. Again, we can't be too close. We've got to really see what the character looks like from a distance. What was she on by default? I don't remember what she was on by default. And not all these lipsticks suit every lip shape as well. Keep in mind, I always like that one. I like that one. It just doesn't suit her face at present. That's very shimmery. Ooh, not your look, honey. Ooh, neither is that. Yeah, the full look is not yours, and neither is that. That's just not for you. Oh, so not for you. We're going to be way back up here somewhere. What did you have? I could just press undo, but that's a lot of undoing I have to do. I really don't remember what you were on. And that was the shiny one. Oh gosh. Wow. That's wow. I didn't realize it had so many options. Oh, you already are on pink? Okay, what if I go more orange? Ostensibly makes no difference. Cool. Ah, that was the button I wanted. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, actually, vermilion works quite nicely for you. Vermilion blooms across the land, in every heart and every hand. That rhymed. Cinnabar. A fiery bloom in emerald flow. Spring's glow shies frost and snow. Yes, it does, but that was a weird way to put it. I kind of like the red. Or do you guys like the more muted pinks? I thought vermilion was nice. It brightened up her face, but I could see the argument for one of these three shades. Maybe that one, I guess, the rouge. Rouge looks more natural, I suppose. I don't think I've ever been so involved in another person's character creation. You're welcome. Oh. I'm of two minds, guys. I'm of two minds. Okay, look. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I need y'all to pick between vermilion and rouge. Those are your options. Okay, you're gonna have to just make a choice. I'll be back. Sorry, I don't know what changed. The color. Oh no. We have vermilion and rouge. Oh dear. We've got a vote for both. Oh no. Vote for both. That's not good. I need a tie break, guys. Tie break. It's something as basic as lip color, I know, but like, you're all here. I may as well make use of you. Yeah, no, that's not happening. We'll stick with the classics, thank you. Okay, third vote is rouge. Rouge it is. Let's commit. Okay, moving on. We have the face makeup itself and another for rouge. Rouge it is. Rouge, rouge, rouge is coming through strong. Let's go. So this is going to be your face. And you will notice that they do change the face significantly. So we have the first one, we have the second one, which is a more full coverage going up to the eyes kind of scenario. That one's just the cheeks. Again, don't forget, intensity can be changed, color can be changed. It's really just the placement and the whole overall design we're looking at. This one is the nose, and this is what I mean. It can really change the way a face looks. Then we have the blush one. Do not suggest that one or I will hurt you. And that's a softer sort of look, and then absolutely not. So we're either going to be in 1, 2, or 3. Hey Donnie, welcome. Again, you kind of need to zoom out a bit. Okay, I'm narrowing it down between 1 and 2. What if we dial that down? Option? Is an option? One. One seems to be the go. Do we like the intensity? It's nice. Subtle, but still there. Maybe too subtle. Let's bump it up a few points. There we go. Yeah, it works for me. Alrighty. We are moving on to face adornments. Now, you have 2 slots for this. You have 1 and 2. So you can only pick 2 out of this whole thing. It's a whole massive list. So we have options. We have the full face. So it puts adornment on the full face. I really like this one. It's amazing. I one day would be tempted to run a game like that. But again, we're trying to pull it back and be subtle with our makeup efforts. So I'm not going to go with that. Ooh, you do choose colors though. Yeah, but it's so pretty the way it is. Why would you change that? I mean, I suppose you could probably make it gold if gold is more your preference. I'm a silver person, so I would have loved it. And you can also just, if it doesn't sit right on your character's face, you can, of course, shift where it's sitting. Or maybe you don't want that to go in the middle. Maybe you want to get that to go over an eye. Look a bit weird with that, but you know, you do you. Who am I to tell you how to play your game? Now we have the eye adornments. Yes, they're all going to be insanely adorable, except for the hearts. I like the placement and the colour, just not the fact that they're hearts. Then we have just an inner dot, and then we have a series of dots. For all these, you can't really see because of my hair, but that goes up 2 dots to the side of the eye. I really like that one. I especially like that one. Oh god, I forgot that scrolling just yeets me everywhere. Now these are the kinds of things you would wear once you have certain cosmetic items, your clothing and accessories, you would be doing your face to match essentially. So a lot of these more flamboyant ones may not match your OG outfit, but it's something you'd put on later to match your vibe, so to speak. I really like that one. Again, you can't quite see with that current hairstyle. But I also really like that one. They're like little branches. If I was playing the last class, the summoner class, 100% would look like that. Or that. I would totally go it. I like this as well. It's really pretty. My favorite one's this one. Okay, bloody hair's in the way. This is my favorite one. You know what, lady? Oh, I don't want to get rid of her hair because I might give her the wrong hairstyle and then her face is going to change. Because your hair dictates how your face looks. But that one's really cool. I absolutely love that one. Alas, no. And now we have the Huadian. Not sure if that's the pronunciation, but we're going to roll with it, which is just going to be here between her brows. So many options. They're all very pretty. This is the one I was originally going to go with my previous character, the one I created this morning, but I decided against it. I'm not really sure about the pearl. Like, is that actually 3D? No, it just looks like 3D here, but it doesn't look 3D when it's on her face. So those are your forehead options. I also almost went with the lip adornment because I thought it was really cute. Can't really change the color overly much though. I was trying to make it white. I wanted it to just be ambiguously white and it didn't really work because you can't change the top. You can only change the bottom color. And so it just kind of looks a bit odd. So I just ended up not going with it. Although the fact that I have these hazel looking eyes, it's quite lovely. Will you stop shouting at me? I don't appreciate that. But yeah, option. I didn't click on many of these, but they're just like facial things, moles. Oh, bloody hair's in the way. It's like peach blossoms or sakura or something along the side there. I don't even know what that's meant to represent, but it's there. Really weird options. I would never use these. I'm gonna be honest. Except maybe that if I had a really nice, pretty, shiny outfit. It looks like a mermaid. It's so pretty. Oh, it's up there. Okay. Oh, it's like a star situation up there. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, interesting. Again, if I played that last class, I'd be more inclined to do that. Oh, that one's so pretty too. Oh, I like that one. Damn, you have paws, girl. I did not realize we were that realistic. So cute. But no, and that's... Oh no, we've got one more. So this is the class, essentially. They call it schools, which makes sense because they're different sects and whatnot, but they're classes. So that's your blade. I'm sorry, the hair's in the way. That's your swordmaster. That is your... What was second? I don't remember what was second. This one here is the spear. So pretty. This is my class, the Celestine, the Ziva. This one's the healing class, the Sylph, and this one's your summoner class, whatever it's called. I'm probably going to go with nothing, to be honest, because again, I'm trying to go for a very blank character. It's a very pretty character, thank you. I clearly have a type when I make characters. They always have a very similar look. So yeah, and then you just pick a second one, so you have 2 different adornments. So you can layer things up and whatnot as much as you please. So unless you guys have any screaming changes that you'd like to make to her face, we're just going to keep it as is and move on to the next most important part of the game, the hair. There aren't too many hairstyles, all things considered, because they want you to buy the hairstyles and buy the hair colors, but we do have base options. So again, this is just generic. It's just this. It's got a little Well, something going for it. Not my vibe, wholly, but anyway, this is totally not ever going to happen. It's so shiny and glossy and smooth in the way it moves, and just, I'll never use it. So then we have this one here. We've got a bit of hair here, and we've got some coming down there, which is very traditional for Chinese stuff. Very, again, silky and glossy. And no, I can't do anything with the hair. I can't change anything about the length like you could in BDO, and I cannot change the color. Again, color is part of the cosmetics they want you to pay for, which I will 100% be doing with money I don't have. Feel free to just float my spending habits, guys, on this game. I'll show you the cosmetics tomorrow when we actually get into the game, when the game opens, because it's not open yet. Only pre-character generation's open. But I'll show you tomorrow the shop. It will blow your mind, honestly. Assuming it's the same as the Chinese shop, which, you know, I assume it will be. I actually really like that. I don't like the pin straight glossy. It's kind of irritating in a way. But the design suits her face. And you got to pick a design that suits the face, honestly. Like, that would not be my go-to. No with that. Suits her, but no. And we've got a braid plait scenario. Yeah, it's a braid. Going across. But it's a bit heavy on her face. Nope, absolutely not. Nope. I like this one, but not necessarily on her. It has too much volume for her head, I feel. I want to play this, but I know I'll be spending an extortionate amount just like Infinity Nikki. You will. So if you want to protect your wallet, feel free to live vicariously through me. That is a-okay. If you want to play it, go for it, but I will warn you, you will spend lots and lots of money on cosmetics. I've actually noticed by watching your previous character creations that I have a similar taste in characters. Maybe that's why you're so invested in my character creator. It's because I'm making something that you would play. The sun is going to bounce back into my eyes. It'd be bright, right? That hair is shiny. So I like this style. I think it's great. On her, I'm not too sure. There's just so much height going on here. I'd have to and ah about that one. I really like this one. Again, it's so fucking shiny, but it's nice. So it's quite long, but very, very thin at the end, considering how much, you know, volume is going on here. It's very thin. So I really like that one. That's the hairstyle I think I ended up going with the character I created this morning. But again, I kind of feel like her face is small here and there's so much space up here. But I don't think that's something I can fix because I may mess up the dimensions and shape of her face. I also really like this one. It's layered, which is different from all the other hairstyles. They're all one length. I quite like that one. Don't know that it suits her face though, unfortunately. I would absolutely play a character like her. Yeah. This one's a bit odd because of the center part and the really odd bangs. She can pull it off, strangely enough. Something tells me it would be hard to make an ugly character in this. Oh, no. Trust me, you can. I got quite a few ugly characters when I did the first word input back over here. You can make some questionable characters in this game. And then we have the high pony. You can actually get cosmetics which are longer and give you the different designs up here. Yeah, you can get really elaborate ponies. I remember buying one in the last time I played. But this is very becoming on her. It's very lovely. And this is very not becoming on her. I love this hairstyle from the back. I just really do not vibe with it from the front. Oh, she can pull this off. Yay, you. It's so cute. It gives me very Sylph healer vibes, but very cute nonetheless. Then we have just another plain pony. Half pony, rather. But I'm not sure that the bangs really do it for me. I love this hairstyle. Yeah. Very pretty. Give me 2 minutes with it and I'll get you an ugly character unintentionally. Yeah, you and randomizer. That'll get you an ugly character quite quickly. Oh, we have clipping. Don't worry, we'll take care of that in a sec. But back to long glossy, but it's darker than the other one. And I like these chunkier bits here. And the front kind of does match. Then we have this one. It makes her look super young, but she's really pulling it off. I actually don't mind that. Might get a bit iffy with cosmetics, but we can always change her hair later, as far as I'm aware. And that's just short. So, Now we have a conundrum, guys. Which ones are we going for? No. Okay, we have the glossiest of gloss being option 1. We have hair out over shoulder as 2. We have this sort of swooping back braid as option 3. We have this more rustic martial vibe as option number 5. We have the high pony as option number 6. I'm concerned I skipped a number there, but we'll roll with it, which is nice. And then I think the only other option is this one here, the elegant. I've lost track of my numbering, so we're going to have to use words instead. The elegant look. And then we have just the front pony, it's a front plait. And that's probably it. If I can fix the clipping issue, I will put this forth as an option. And then the cute pony. Okay? Should I do polls for all of it and just battle royale to find out which one wins? Oh, braid is gorgeous. Front braid's nice. Personally, I would go long hair since it's less common to see in MMOs. Agreed, which is usually why I try to go longer in MMOs when the option's available, purely because it's not really an option I get that often. So we have options for front plait. We have elegant look, which was this one, I believe I said. And then we have a call for the cute pony. Okay, we will, sorry, this is going to get rid of your sound. Apologies. Start a poll. Which hairstyle? If I could type, that would be super phenomenal. So we have the cute pony. We have the elegant one, which you should all remember which one that is. Add an option. We have the front braid. Well, actually, it's a plait, so it's going to be front plait. And then, was there another option that we were kind of vibing? Not really by the looks of it. I'm going to put the high pony in just as another option. High pony, just because the other options give us lots of different varieties. And there we go. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit to sift through. We'll go back through the options just so you're all vibing. So, cute pony. That's what we've got going on here. It's going to be nice and bobby as we run. We have the front plait, which is this one here. Then we have the elegant look. Here's this one. And then we have the high pony. I'm just going to find it. Here. This is the high pony. I think that's the most flattering front parts for her, honestly. The bangs. But the bangs do not a whole hairstyle make. So, I'm just going to wait while you guys pick. While I wait, I'm just going to show you the body type. So, there's only so much you can do to change her body. You cannot make her short and stout as much as you please. It doesn't really work that way. So there's not much you can do. I'm not really going to go into all the options because I don't like to really touch characters overly much when I'm going to mess them up. The only thing I'm really going to be looking at, obviously, is this one here. So, length is the height of where her torso sits. Width is going to be, quite honestly, the width of her chest. I kind of wanted to be whatever she was on default because she looked normal that way. Thickness is the one we're looking at. So she's at 90%. She's pretty much full, which is that. You can barely see the difference between those 10 points. But if I go down to 0, which is where I prefer to be, she's still got a chest. She's still got something in the front. You cannot minimize it any more than it's been minimized, unfortunately. I like my character's chest to be proportionate to their body type. I wish everybody was proportionate to their body type. Of course, people's self-esteem and whatnot has to take priority, but still, I wish people were just made proportionate. We're really not. It's just not how our bodies work, unfortunately. So as a more slender, delicate person, I wish she had slender, delicate breasts, but alas, she doesn't. They're quite perky. And there's nothing I can do about that, so we're just going to have to roll with it. I am going to make her shoulders wider, though. Wrong way. Just to try and even out her body shape, so she's not just so, like, tiny up top, and then she's just got a bit of a hip. I don't know, but can we make her hips any wider, out of curiosity? I don't really want to slender out her waist. It's fine. How thick can we go? There we go. That's as thick as we go. Define thickness. Is it this way? Yes. Okay. I mean, it was fine where it was. I didn't really need to play with that. It looks proportionate enough for me. Okay. So, yeah, you can click on these, but you've got the options already if you just slide through it all that way. And yeah, so that's that. I guess you can change the size of her head. Her head looks proportionate to me, so I'm not going to do it. This is just different poses. There's really no difference between them. I'm not quite sure why there are options. They're pretty much the same. We need a tiebreaker, do we? What are our results? We are on 31% elegant and 31% front plat. You are correct. Okay. New poll starting. Start a poll. Tiebreaker, elegant, and front plat. Go. But the problem is that I've kind of shown you all there is here, so now I'm just in a holding pattern while we wait. Other things you can see on the screen is just changing the light. So if you want to get it brighter, because it was quite dark, my eyeballs like the dark, it's fine. This one here enters like a dressing room kind of shenanigans. I don't understand what it's about. You can try on other people's designs, I guess. I just don't feel the need for that. So I'm just not going to touch anything. You know, I don't really know what any of that is, so I'm just going to leave it and not worry about that. That looks like sharing a picture or something. That's downloading pictures, I think, to change your appearance. And this is just for photo opportunities. So that's that. So, how are we going on this front, guys? Front plat seems to be... Oop, nope, we're still going. Sorry, my apologies. You guys keep going. Don't let me hold you back. We have front plat there, and then we have elegant here. Both equally shiny, very shiny. They've got very healthy straight hair, apparently, in this game. Okay, I give you one more minute to cast your votes, and then we will finalize character creation, which is all we can do today. There's a short cutscene afterwards. I like the lighter color, I'm gonna be honest. Lighter colors suit her, so we're gonna buy cosmetics at some point and get her different colored hair, like a light brown. If I can figure out how to get the white and the blonde, I will. I could never figure it out. But again, it was in Chinese, so maybe there's a reason I couldn't figure it out. But yeah, the more I look at that, the more I like that. But anywho, and a minute is finalizing. It looks like the front plat has won it. Yep, calling it. Front plat has won. So, front plat it is. This is our character. Ba-ba-da. Now, can you guys, we're going to enter finalizing our character. I'm going to need you guys to put your thinking caps on about character names. They have to be in English letters, so Roman letters from her characters, but I do want it to be a Chinese name. She needs a name and a nickname. And they'll be used in text in the game. Obviously not audibly, but they'll be used in text in the game. Now, don't mind me for 2 seconds. Sound is going to cut in and out while I take some pictures, because I need thumbnails. Thumbnails are a thing, and I can't get back into this. So this is just where you can essentially look at your character and different sort of positions and stuff. Her face doesn't change in the screen. It is kind of weird, I know, but we just have to work with it. it's the same. It doesn't change. It does change in the next screen after this, just not on this screen. And this is really pretty, but that's an absolute bitch to try and crop out for thumbnail. So I'm just going to go with Oh Ye Faithful. It's kind of what I did for Final Fantasy. I don't particularly like this outfit, but I'm just going to take a base because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for my thumbnail. So excuse me while I just really awkwardly cut sound from you. Apologies, you're just going to have to bear with it. I am going to change her outfit to a few things. These are glimpses at some of the cosmetics the game does possess. I think that's similar to the hair I would have bought previously, in all honesty. That looks very similar to what I would have purchased. This hair's a little bright, but it's to showcase that you can get other colours. I'm going to need the names who voted front plats for me to talk. Don't worry, I'm probably going to buy a cosmetic in the first 2 seconds and get rid of it entirely. Watch it. Watch this space. It will happen. Ooh, that's interesting. Needless to say, not all the styles really suit the wuxia vibe, which is why we're just smashing through them, because they're not the best. This reminds me of a character from To the End of the Moon. Some of it's quite horrific and really ugly. See, I like the vixen, the fox huli. She's so cute. So tempted to buy that hair if I can. Illusion of choice. I'm also dead broke, so unless y'all start coughing up some funds, I can't afford cosmetics, so you're pretty safe actually. You're safe for a short while. You've got Mermaid. Oh, her hair is so luscious and thick. Also kind of sits out really oddly to account for armor. Sorry, this is going to look weird because of the pose I have her in. I like the colours. I hate the design. So don't mind me. As I said, I'm just getting screenshots. I have no idea what I want my thumbnail to look like. So we're just going to really awkwardly do a bit of this and a bit of this. Don't mind me. You can't see what I'm doing. That's okay. Ooh. Strangely cute? Not usually my vibe, but strangely cute. Looks a bit Christmassy though. Definitely need Christmassy in my life. Ooh, I love that. Can I buy that hair? I like that one. That might be our thumbnail, guys. Yes, it completely does not have the hair you guys all picked, and that's okay. You know, it's just a thumbnail. It's not gonna hurt anybody. Oh, that does not work with her hands like that. That is so... Oh, hello. Tattoos on the back. It's so ribbony. So very ribbony. Again, giving me Sylph Healer vibes. Just going to back up a smidge. Check a picture of that. The Twilight Gale. Oh gosh, I wasn't even looking at their names. Let me try and find where Twilight Gale was again. Is that the black one that I liked? Yes, cool. And then this is the last one. She's kind of super cute here too. I think this is a winner character-wise though, because she suits so many of these different outfits, which shows that the cosmetics will suit her face and the makeup I've given her, which bodes well. So that's good. That's very good. What about Meili for a name? I like that. Okay, well, I'm just going to temporarily pop her back into the Twilight Gale. She's going to have a little video of her doing poses. It's irrelevant. You don't start the game with this outfit. It's just to showcase your character and the potential for cosmetics. So I'm just going to hit next. Just go with it, guys. We finally get expression from her, which is a miracle. She's so cute. I like her. She's great. Peach blossoms for charm, chrysanthemums for grace. Her beauty's like the lotus, a guileless heart serene in poise. I don't really know what this is, but that's okay. So she partners with refined grace. Her close friend is peerless beauty, and her nemesis is enchanting allure. So we move on. It will give us a cutscene before we get to the name. Again, I can't change the graphics yet. I have to wait till I'm in the game. It's gonna be weird. Yes, it's gonna be a bit jerky. 10 years later. She turned out well. Indeed she did. Now to see how she goes in the cutscene with her hair. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's better than my previous character looked in the cutscene. Let's be real. Yeah, I don't remember having to click last time. I played this game. Probably did. I just don't remember it. That expression is horrific. But you see what I mean? Her makeup was really light, and now all of a sudden her makeup's quite dark. And I will notice that there was no way to change her voice. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I believe it's block. Consider yourself blocked, sir.
你本有机会，可错了2招，是不是心有他念？
我昨晚又梦见了那个晚上。
唉，10年了，当年之事也是时候告诉你了。不过，需等你办完眼下这件要事。
真的，但凭师傅吩咐。
祭祖大典就要举行了，把这封信送去汴京，交给你诸葛师叔。
诸葛。
啊，我可以下山了，太好了！
雪清、问州他们都写好了，就差你了。
And here you go. Here's where you make your name, which I thought was a kind of cute way of doing it. Open! There's QTE. I don't remember there being QTE in the first game I played. There could have been, I don't remember it. And I don't remember it being cutscenes, I'm going to be honest. It kind of threw me, so I don't know. So we're going to go with Melee. It's cute, and it was also the only suggestion given. Absolutely freaking not. Meimei is just younger. Sorry, we have to go back to translations. Meimei is just younger sister, isn't it? Meimei? Yeah, it's literally younger sister, but you know what? Don't care. That is officially a nickname. So this just dictates how characters are going to refer to my character, and it will show the level of closeness or intimacy with them. So everybody else will refer to me as Melee, and my close friends will call me Meimei. Which they probably would have called me anyway because younger sister, but you know, don't even care. We're rolling with it. Melee it is. Wait, cannot contain Chinese characters such as numbers and letters, inappropriate words, or in-game character names previous. Wait, is somebody called Melee or Meimei in this game? Wonder if it's the nickname. What if I put Shame? Just to see if this is the trigger or whether this is the trigger. Shame. Character in the game must be called Melee. Okay, back to the drawing board, guys. What if I do them as separate names? Well, then... Might be the dash? Yeah, so I've taken out the dash. Melee? Shame. Yeah, might be the dash.
早去早回。
师傅放心，徒儿一定不辱使命。
时间紧迫，我助你下山。
She gets down this mountain in like 2 seconds flat. It's insanity. Because my Shifu has control over the ice.
啊，万事小心。
Okay, technically you're supposed to use A and D. I'm pretty sure you can just get there without touching A and D. Like, I'm not touching anything. We'll get there regardless. I'm just gonna let it get there. I think I have to do one, yeah, QTE. And I think that's all the QTE I have to do. Oh no, in this one. My apologies. What happens if you fail? I don't really need to do anything. She'll make it. And then boom, we enter menu screen. Once she lands on the boat, and this is officially the menu screen for Justice Online and now Sword of Justice. That is your base menu screen. And that's as far as we go. Lol, I honestly forgot Mei Mei meant little sister. How much did you play previously? It's hard to say how much content I actually got through because I did do a lot of side quests while I did it. And I didn't understand a lot of the peripheral systems in the game, so it was hard to really do a lot of the actual content in the game due to a translation and language barrier. I completed the main quest in the first city you go to, and then I'd moved to a second location in the desert and did quite a bit of a quest chain in this massive fortress, a fort in the desert. So I don't really know how much that translates to time spent, how far I physically got quest-wise. I don't think I got particularly far, I'm going to be honest, because it was a very slow experience having to wait for Google Translate to translate the dialogue for me in cutscenes, because I keep reminding you, Google Translate sucked, 6 to 8 years ago whenever I played this. I should have looked up when I played this, but I completely forgot to log. But Google Translate's come a long way since then. So it was very stilting in its translations. So it was a much slower experience for me. So I think I didn't play as much as I wish I had, purely because I had to wait for translations and whatnot. It's a shame this controller doesn't have proper controller support. I don't know. I feel it is a very mouse and keyboard kind of game, but that's also just because I've played it that way. So I kind of feel that's what the game should be, just because it's what I'm used to. But yeah, I feel like despite getting to a second location, I feel like I just skimmed the surface of the game. There's just so much happening. Like there are your dailies, your daily quests to get like coins and stuff, which I occasionally did, where you escort a merchant to his destination and you get like attacked along the way and you've got to protect him and stuff like that. And you run into 21 million other people doing the same escort quest along the way. So there's normal dailies to get rewards and stuff, so you can spend in-game currencies and whatnot. As I said, there was like some sort of meridian system that I was just getting into when I stopped playing previously, which is like passive buffs for your character's stats and stuff like HP and all of that, which was a very complex system that I definitely did not understand even remotely. But I can't remember if the Meridian system was tied to being part of a guild, because some things were tied to having to be part of a guild, so I'm probably going to have to join a guild if that's the case. I might do some Googling to find out how much content was locked behind guild participation, just to make sure I'm not locking myself out of something that's actually quite cool. Yeah, we did a few dungeon raid. I don't know the right word to use for this game. Boss scenarios. I joined with my guild, Egg Fried Rice, and we did some bosses. We struggled massively on the boss we dubbed Elsa. It was a sort of frost woman, and she was a bitch to kill. I don't even remember how long it took us to kill her. It took forever. She was so hard to beat. Good grief. The mechanics for her were complex, and we just couldn't get it. But I'm pretty sure we killed her eventually. Yeah, oh God, the memories are all coming back. I had a lot of fun in this game, but yeah, I don't think I technically got very far because I was just so focused on side content and side issues with the game more so than the main plot. So yeah, I am looking forward to engaging in all the side quests and all the side content that I can understand and doesn't require PvP, and all the main plots as well. I'm very stoked. Anyway, if I press go on, it just says, hey, sorry, it's not ready. So then it just puts you back to the login screen, which is going to be here. As I said, it forced me on either to the America server or the Europe server. I've picked the American server because it has slightly lower ping, but they're both abysmal. I am going to quickly look into the Chinese version of the U booster, but I don't think it's going to work because this isn't the Chinese version of the game. And it recommended that I'm on Fated Akaba, so that's what I'm currently on. This is my previous character, but it doesn't matter what I click. So when you click this, it takes us to character selection. And so we have my first character that I made. Sorry, Melee, and then the first character I made. She looks weird, super weird in cutscenes. So I'm gonna get rid of her actually. That's fine, I'll delete her tomorrow. So we're gonna go with Melee as our character. I don't remember how many slots you have. I wanna say 6, but I don't quite remember. Because this is not how they were laid out previously. I thought they were down the bottom last time, but things have changed. It's been a long time since I played Justice Online. So anyway, thank you for joining me, guys, for character creation in Sword of Justice. I believe this comes out around !1:30 my time tomorrow, which is roughly tomorrow, so 24 hours this time tomorrow, plus 3 hours. 3 hours from now will be when it comes out. So I don't know if there's going to be any extra downloads required. I don't know if the server is going to open magically on time. No idea. I'm going to be sitting here ready waiting for it. It's just a matter of whether the game is going to reciprocate. So yeah, how's the combat? Fantastic. I'm playing a class that I played last time because I want to fully understand how it works, and it's great. I've picked an elemental class, and just the way the elements interact with the different abilities, combat's great. I really enjoyed it. But again, that was many years ago, so my opinion may have changed and the game may feel dated in the time that has passed. I can't say for sure until we get stuck into it tomorrow. So anyway, thank you for sticking around, guys. Hopefully you will join me tomorrow for the game in full, and hopefully you will enjoy it as much as I did back in the day. And I'm so excited. I can't wait. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.